So we went out hunting last night. We ended up taking two. So first couple fields we went to, there was not a single peep. Nothing was moving. Nothing was howling. We couldn't get anything to do anything. Nothing. It was dead. So the moon was out a little bit fuller than we normally like to be out. But we're going on night shift tonight, so we went and tried it anyway. And my dad called me at the first set, and we get there. He was like, there's coyotes everywhere behind the house. So we made two sets, didn't have any luck, went back there. As soon as we pull in, they are chattering, they're cutting up, they're howling. I think that we blew them out of the field. And the field that I wanted to hunt in is where they were already at. So you've got to cross the tree line to get over there. So I was like, we're not going over there. We'll just see if we can call them in the smaller field. Well, you might be able to hear them in the video, and they are chatter howling. I mean, they are cutting up. They're getting mad. So when they start doing something like that, what you want to do is start copying them. If they're mad, you get mad. You want to fight, then we can fight, brother. Okay, we can go after it if you want to. And we did that back and forth for about 10 minutes, and we finally. I finally made the decision. I was like, I'm going to go peek over here and see if I can get on this tree line and see them. Well, I'm easing through the woods looking, kind of making sure ain't nothing going to come up behind me. And I just hear boom. And my buddy's gun is not suppressed, so I go to checking, Man, I hope he did not, see me through these woods get excited. I ain't got a hole in me. So I was good. Well, I run back over there. He's shaking. That son going to come out about 50 yards right in front of him. And he's shooting FMJ rounds. We got to get him some VMAX rounds, but he hit him good. We couldn't find him, and we looked for a little while, but it didn't work out to us finding him. But I'm pretty confident that dog won't be. He didn't go far. So we set up at our next spot. We seen two on the way, just scanning fields. They were pretty close to the property line, pretty close to somebody's house. I could have taken them, but I didn't, just for safety precaution. So this next field we go in, we're sitting there, and this is the video that you're about to watch after this. It was my personal record. I'll get into that a little bit and more in depth in just a second. I start out with a pup distress because I've been pretty rough on the distress calls as far as rabbits and woodpeckers and stuff like that. So I just go straight into pup distress. Well, we're sitting there, and I turn around, and there's two about 300 yards from me sitting on top of the hill. This is a big cattle pasture we were in, a lot of baby cows out there and stuff. So I wasn't 100% confident, not enough to take the shot. So we left them with my buddy. He's sitting there, and he was like, I got three. They are coming in quick. Well, the way I set up, there's a creek over here to my left side. Well, that creek wraps all the way around, and I'm thinking they'll follow that creek and come over here on my left. Well, that creek wraps all the way around to about 1,000 yards out, and sure enough, they come from the very bottom of a crop field. We're sitting there looking at them, and I just got my ballistic calculator set up a couple weeks ago. It's doing really good for me, and they hung up at about 500, and I got, I think, the pup distress or maybe a rabbit distress call just to see if they're interested in anything. And they start coming in again, and the wind is blowing directly over here, and that's exactly where they're coming in at. Well, I'm sitting there ranging and going back and forth, and they start going back the other way, and I was like, they ain't coming in. So I was like, I'm going to take you. Boom! Just like that, son. 5.56 straight to the neck hole. Right to the neck. Dropped him. 453 yards. Personal best shot. Wasn't luck. I would say so. But we got him. 400. I'm about to try him right there. Just to see. Oh shit, I smoked him. What's going to be crazy about this whole deal, though, and I think a lot of people are going to be pretty shocked by it, is what I'm shooting is a Bear Creek Arsenal upper, and it's side charged with a 1-7 twist, and on the bottom, I'm shooting a Lora Palmetto State. This gun is less than $500, just bare gun. I think even with this laser on it. So the scope I'm using is a AGM Varmint V2. And we got the ballistics and everything set up in it. It's been doing real well. And this is just another little trick that helps me out, especially on a night like tonight or a night like last night where it was 22 degrees. Is them 18650 batteries, they do decent. But what I do is I have got a Amazon phone charger. It's a 1-inch tube. And I do a 3/4 mount off the side of my AR, bring it over, and then I run a 1-inch scope ring right here. Plug it into your scope, and it runs it all night. As a matter of fact, we've got 2 bars left on the battery pack, and I ran from 7 o'clock last night until 4 o'clock this morning with no issues. The bullets that I'm using, they are, I should have grabbed the box, but the bullets that I'm using are a 55 grain VMAX Fiocchi. So the Hornadies are pretty good, but these Fiocchi rounds, you can get a box of these 50 rounds for, I think, $44. Hornady rounds are about $30 for a box of 20. So you get twice the ammo for a little bit more of the money. So the Fiocchi rounds, they do perfectly fine. It is the ballistic coefficient. Everything's the same. Feet per second is the same. All that. The only thing that I've noticed with these is I do think they're a little harder. And what I mean by that is I don't think they blow up as much as the Hornady rounds do on impact, which it has not caused me any issues. Maybe 1 or 2 that I might have shot that ran a little bit and they wouldn't have ran with the Hornady. But as far as accuracy and everything, I have not seen a huge difference in the Fiocchi rounds. The other thing that I do is I have got a light laser combo, little light laser on the end of my AR. And what that does is if you're out there and you're hunting either a big field or even a small field, say you got a 100-yard shot or you got a 300-yard shot, I take that laser and I point that laser on whatever I just shot and I just go straight to it. Most of the time, you're in about a 20-yard circle of where you took that animal at, and it gets you a lot closer instead of walking around circles. Depth perception through the thermal and everything like that is definitely off at night. So, ended up all in all, we had a pretty good night, and we're gonna call it after them too. Wind was kind of blowing. It was pretty cold last night. They didn't move quite as well as I would have liked them to, but it is what it is. We had a good night, and y'all like, subscribe, and I'm gonna try to keep on posting videos. I did just post another video. It's December 30th. I posted another video today of our hunt from last week. We got a bobcat and a coyote on that hunt, so y'all go check that one out. But I appreciate y'all watching. So like and subscribe. Southern Predators, Mississippi.